Welcome back to Play the Hits, where this is Max taking on Aria of Sorrow for Spoopy October. And Chris, I have a question for you.
What's that question, baby?
What is a man?
A miserable little pile of
Secrets.
Dude, did I ever tell you about that YouTube? Or not? No, not YouTube. It was a old video on Newgrounds.
Oh, jeez.
Back when
Okay,
Flash,
tell me.
like in the pre-YouTube days of existence, when you got your Flash animations on Newgrounds, there was someone who edited a bunch of sprites from Symphony of the Night and like those voice clips, like the really cheesy overacting on the PS1.
Yeah, they redid those, but yeah, the good
and he
ones
edited
on
them
PS1.
together to sound like so it was like Dracula, and he goes, "What is a man? A miserable little pile of shit." And then Alucard fights me, and it's the most like stupid juvenile video you can possibly think of. Alucard goes, "Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again." And he jumps at him, and he like just farts in his face. And Dracula goes, "No, how am I so defeated?" And Alucard goes, "The scent of my demonic butt will send your soul reeling first."
Wait a second, dude. You were triggering some feelings in me right now.
Oh my god, it was so fucking funny.
Oh, why do I always think he's like a boss character?
It wasn't just that I was, 13 and bored on the internet. Like, that humor holds up today just a little bit.
In our simple jokes for simple minds.
Yeah, right?
It's, yeah, I
I never claimed to be a very complicated man, It's,
we got our simple tastes.
right?
It's, yeah, that shit.
I like a cold brew on a Friday night, some video games with my friends, and a good poop joke. That's all I ask.
What did I get that's new?
You
the last time?
you beat the giant armor with the big old sword, and he gave you
so
something.
Let's see. What souls do I have?
That's what we're trying to figure out here.
I mean, it wouldn't be.
I don't think he gave you any kind of projectile. No. Go down to abilities. Oh, maybe all you got was the double jump.
Oh, dude! Hold on. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you got the double jump. There we go.
I have a double jump. This makes everything great. Okay.
Yeah. The rest of the game is pretty much your oyster at this point.
Would have been nice to remember that.
You don't need
You would
no
think
memories.
if I got a double jump, dude, I wouldn't shut up about it. I would
show
that'd be
everybody.
the first thing I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Soma. I would just be like,
it'd be kind
yo,
of the fucking funniest thing in the world, because after the initial shock wore off, people were like, whoa, so you can like fly and shit? And you'd have to be like, no, I can double jump. It's like, oh wow, so you can jump like the highest in the world. No, there are probably like trained athletes who can still jump much higher than I can, jumping twice, but it's kind of cool, right?
It's pretty nice. he can jump like 4 feet in the air now.
You want me to climb these stairs kind of fast? Yeah, I guess.
He was always a little below average jumper. Now he's slightly above average.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty cool. It was definitely worth the trip to that castle in the eclipse.
Yeah, right. Don't ask how I did it. But...
Nearly fucking died, but now I can get up some stairs mighty quick. Look
they
at
put
that.
him in
Look
the
at that
NBA,
shit.
and he's all confident. Like the first game, he gets just viciously slam dunked on. He just quits. Oh, there goes your MP.
There's my MP, all gone.
What a horrible night to have a curse. I like how it gets drained and then automatically starts coming back, but very, very slowly.
Oh my god.
Now, I remember in like Symphony of the Night, if you got cursed, like you straight up couldn't draw your weapon, which is a little bit problematic.
Wow, I'm getting really lucky with the souls right now.
20
also,
bucks says
yeah?
you do not get the tiny devil.
No, it's not gonna happen. Hey,
that guy is just a
here.
stingy fucker.
That guy just really is full of curses and eagerness.
So originally on Play the Hits tonight, we were going to do a special project, which would have been Phasmophobia. But
oh yeah.
Whereas you actually were able to make it on a Friday, setting aside your hard-earned time. All of a sudden, Nick just crapped out last minute. So
Oh no.
So
Oh, I hope everything's
Phasmophobia
going-
will hopefully be in one of the next weeks or two here. Actually,
We'll
I don't
get
think I
there.
told you this. Nick is coming down for a visit next week.
Oh, nice.
He and I are both tremendous fans of the novel Dune, and that movie is coming out on HBO Max next week.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit.
It's looking pretty
Dude.
tight from the few previews
Dune?
I've seen.
And then Matrix.
Oh yeah,
Both coming out this year. That's awesome.
yeah.
Oh, I'm super excited for
What's
Dune.
your
I'm not
what's your working theory for the new Matrix?
Dude, I had to rewatch the other Matrix movies.
Like
'cause-
how is Neo alive? Why is everyone like back in the Matrix?
I'm wondering
And-
if it is the same Neo or if this is like the 6th iteration of the Matrix or
right,
something.
and like was that young Morpheus that we saw? Like does Neo remember the events of the previous films, but no one else does? That's kind
oh
of the
yeah,
vibe
this
I'm
is
getting.
like, are there like prequel things we're seeing memories or something, or is this a new
Yeah, I don't know.
iteration? But there's Trinity and Neo look the same, but Morpheus is young.
Yeah,
That I'm sure they'll find some because I think it was just Lawrence Fishburne they couldn't get back. But,
oh really? Is that, I wasn't sure if they got somebody new or if they just Samuel L. Jacksoned him.
No, you know what? I think they did actually. I say they couldn't get him back, but that's not it at all. He said that they didn't ask him, which is like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Wow, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this is.
I almost
this is
said something really fucking ignorant.
Oh my god.
Well, but it was like
this is the story we always had.
no, it's like
it was
these,
you not coming
it's like
back. in
these
the
old
fourth
white
one.
Hollywood guys. We can just get another black actor,
Oh my god.
right?
That's not. Yeah.
It would be more funny if it weren't quite so tinged with truth.
True. And, yeah. Basically.
You
All
saw
right.
what we did to Rhodey and Iron Man. We'll do it to you too.
Seriously.
Though actually that worked out though because what's the guy who plays War Machine in the newer movies? He's really
Don
good.
Cheadle.
Yeah, thank you. He's
I much
excellent.
prefer Don Cheadle, so that was a happy little. No.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming from the wrong side.
Well, like I feel like Cheadle's personality or the way that he plays the character makes him more of a straight shooter to Tony Stark's like just random chaoticness.
Yeah, he definitely had more of a. I'm very unwilling until I'm going to be just as big of a party animal as you or something. Which
Right,
is like,
yeah.
No, I like more of the reluctant, usually straight guy, but will step in and when he needs to, but not be
Yeah.
an enabler.
Exactly.
Don Cheadle was not an enabler in that.
No, he was not. He was not afraid to speak up to him, which I enjoyed.
Oh, can I?
Okay,
make
so
that?
I have the window.
Oh, the fly armor.
Nice. I have the window open in this room to let some nice cool air in. The only
Yeah.
downside to that is it sometimes like gets between the door and the other
Oh my
room.
God.
What the hell?
That
the
was-
other
I
room
think
that I
the-
have here and it
the-
like creaks it open and makes it seem like my house is haunted.
Oh yeah.
Just scared the shit out of me just now.
Just now.
Yeah. Because I turned around thinking, oh, maybe Connor wants something, but there's no one there. I'm like, oh, that's
Just
fucking
oh good.
creepy.
Just the ghosts.
It is spoopy October after all.
Just the house settling. In the weirdest fucking impossible way.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all it is.
Question of the evening: do you, Max Biggs, have any paranormal experiences that you would like to share for Spoopy October?
Ooh. I feel like not well, hold on. Let's see. I feel like I've had some really crazy
Well, like I'm not
dreams,
asking
but
if you're
that's not
necessarily a
paranormal.
believer, but like, has there ever been anything that's happened to you that you just like can't really rationally explain?
Like I'm not able to explain it kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, let's see. Definitely like some weird I've never seen anything that was just like there's no way, like that's impossible, like it would have to make me a believer.
Uh-huh.
Nothing crazy like that. I've definitely like when I was a little kid at my grandmother's house. I
Uh-huh.
guess it was my grandmother, my aunt lives there now. Their basement was super fucking freaky.
Oh,
And I was
there's nothing
always
worse
like
than a creepy basement.
yeah. And I was always like when I would go down there like thinking I was seeing like I don't know if it was shadow men or what, but just like figures.
Pennywise the
like,
clown.
Oh yeah, this is these are like my memories, so it's like I don't know how much I can trust them, but I remember there being like an old bed down there.
Yeah,
like
but you were also a stupid little kid.
Yeah. I also feel like memory is just inherently unreliable.
Right, especially at that age, because you remember everything so much more vividly, but like the actual like physical details are beyond your comprehension most of the time. So
yeah,
like
and so I think. Oh, here we go. Nice.
Yeah, let's just enter into Satan's gaping maw here, huh? Seems reasonable.
Wait.
I don't think you have another warp point to go to.
This is the only one, huh? But it was just... Oh, because I haven't activated that one yet?
Right.
I have to, like, look at it first or something? Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, here we go.
We're stupid.
Yeah. Fill me with the power. Satan's power.
I love how, you
You'll
know,
learn
Satan,
so
like the most unstoppable force of evil in the cosmos, is just your taxi service in this game.
He's just the oarman.
Come on,
Where do you want to go, Soma?
I'll take you across the castle. I owe Dracula a favor.
Hey, you know, like you ain't no fucking Dracula. What'd you say? Nothing. It's the wind.
Just the wind, just the fucking wind.
Fucking wind.
Why is Dracula from New Jersey? Why are you wearing a fucking coat in the middle of July? Good point.
That's true, yeah. Oh, hey, these guys. I remember these guys.
Want to fucking split hairs with the devil? We'll do it. Anyways, so your paranormal experience.
Yeah, basically just remembering seeing things in that basement and never being a fucking light down there. So I don't know if this is just like a place that was abandoned or what, but maybe my family can shed some light on that.
You may want to heal up a little.
Yeah.
Give yourself a nice
hell?
potion. All right, so mine, the only thing really close to one that I have is, and again, roughly probably about the same age that you were. It was in Napoleon, and I don't even remember which of my parents it was, but one of them took me to a park, and I was playing with my cousin. We were just going like along the river. You remember the river in Napoleon, right? And the park that was down there, like by the ice cream place. There was like a patch of woods and trees that followed along the river right next to the park. We went back there just like playing around, like exploring, and it was fucking creepy because the way that I remember, and it's like you said, you know, when you're that young, your memories can kind of play tricks on you. But the way that I remember it, there was a dude back there, and he wasn't like doing anything. He wasn't like fishing or anything like that. And his skin, I remember being like bright ass, like pale white, like this super tall, like logically today, I would say he was probably an albino, but I don't remember there being any albinos in Napoleon and in a town of like, what, 2,000 people?
And
you know, you
this
pretty
is
much,
like you today trying to make sense of this memory.
Right,
that
like
doesn't
you pretty
look
much
quite
get to
like
see
that.
everybody. And so I freaked out, and then I was running, and, you know, I found my cousin, and I'm like, you got to see this guy. There's this dude, he lives back here in the woods, and he's scary. And so we go like right back to the place where I was. And bear in mind, you know, when I say woods, it's not like a full-on forest. It's just like a little pocket of trees that lines the trail. And so, like, this guy would have, even if he, like, got spooked too and went in the other direction, we still would have been able to see him because, you know, it just empties out into the parking lot for this park. He straight up wasn't there. He fucking disappeared.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So one of two things happened. You know, I was 4 or 5 years old and in the woods, like playing hide and seek with my cousin, and I either spooked myself or I really did see a guy and he's just like fucking kid screaming at me and he goes off to his car or something. Or there was a straight up ghost, a river ghost that I encountered.
Yeah. I
kind of like to think river ghost.
Yeah. No explanation would be too crazy, I guess.
Yep.
If he had his car somewhere and you can't fathom where it would have been or something.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
can I
who
go down
knows?
here? Oh, whew.
Hey, it's fucking Hammer.
That was like, oh yeah, Hammer. Hey, you gonna sell me something?
Come to buy a sword from motherfucking Hammer.
Yeah, I haven't spent my money on anything.
Hey, Soma,
whipping so many candles. Let me tell you, Hammer.
What's the password to buy something for me? Oh, come on, Hammer, don't make me say it. No, just say it. It's hammer time. It's fucking hammer time.
It's fucking hammer time. That's right.
Stop. Hammer time.
How about you buy something? All right, let's see.
Wouldn't that be fucking great? What are you buying? Hammer? What are you selling?
He's uncursed. You know what? Nah. No, this is fine.
But like he has that whole conversation. Wow, a combat knife is better than your whip sword, but incredibly short range. So I wouldn't do it.
I have the knuckles on right now.
Oh, really?
And he does have the hammer.
He does have a hammer. Yeah.
The hammer is like what do you call it? Ooh, Gladius.
You know,
oh man,
yeah,
how much money do I have?
Spear. Yeah, you've got plenty of money. Spears are the way to, or not. Sorry, swords are really the only way to go in this game. Like all of the other types of weapons have like severe, like almost crippling disadvantages. Oh, yeah. You might actually want to spend that on some armor. Yeah.
Yeah, the war fatigues, damn.
Like being way too close quarters or way too slow or having a stupid like weapon arc that doesn't actually hit anything. Like swords and great swords are the way to go. I think the katana's not bad. It's like a straight outward slash.
Yeah, I think the first time I played this, I got the hammer. I got a little excited and got it. And then
it's just like a great sword, only super slow.
Yeah. The katana, I'm trying to remember. I feel like they treat like a quicker greatsword. I have to see. Maybe he just slashes it like a regular sword.
I think it goes out in front of him.
Okay, just like most swords.
And I think it has like there's something strange about it. Like it has a lower attack, but I think it hits like quicker. How does the whip sword compare to the cestus? Because it's actually
S4, yeah, but you know what? It's so worth it.
But yeah, it's got the range, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take any range right now.
Well, and with the combat, you got to equip those combat fatigues. That'll compensate for the attack.
Whoops.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me just exit out of here.
I'm gonna get this one of these days. All right.
Can you picture Soma running around wearing this silk robe? You know, clearly meant for like women as they're going to sleep, but he's just wearing it. Hello, Hammer.
But also he has like fatigues underneath.
Also, he has fatigues.
Just no fashion sense.
And like no one's judging Soma because you know it's the future and you can wear whatever you want to wear. But he's in a fucking haunted castle wearing a silk robe.
Fucking zombies are snickering.
Yeah, right? Like he's fighting the undead. He's in his skivvies. Like Soma, your body is so smooth. That's why I wear the silk robe.
They're just dying from laughter.
I was gonna say, look at that man. You know, there's not an ounce of body hair on him.
Right.
He is the most JRPG protagonist that ever lived.
No, that body is getting waxed.
Yeah, right. It's like the scene in Castlevania, the anime, where everybody's fucking each other. You know, not an ounce of pubes on them. Actually, no, that's not true. The Japanese twins weirdly were rocking some serious pubage, but I kind of get the feeling that was only added so that everybody knew that they were over 18.
Probably, yeah.
Because up until that point, they had been like so childlike that it's like, man, I mean, clearly there's some romantic or sexual tension between them, but Alucard is an immortal vampire, and they're like, what, 14? No, it turns out they aged them pretty quick when it came time for them to shag.
Yeah. Oh, save point? Yes,
but no,
please.
Everybody else was super smooth in that show.
Oh, yeah. That third season was awesome. They were all great seasons. I mean,
I gotta tell you, man, have we discussed season 4 on this channel?
I don't think so.
Oh man, well this is a good time.
That'd be funny if we did already.
Season 4 was great, and I actually, I actually did not see the plot twist about Death coming.
Neither did I.
Like I figured that he would appear. They were kind of alluding to Death throughout, but I did not call that the Cockney British vampire would turn out to be Death.
Right?
And then he didn't lose the accent once he metamorphosized into Death.
Yeah, it's like a twist that's like they didn't change his voice for Death. Like obviously he had a different voice for that. What do you call it? The like perfect being.
Oh yeah.
Blue, whatever their name was, but yeah, it just had the same voice for Death, and it worked.
Right.
It just did.
It did. It
and it wasn't like
did.
a twist
Like,
that was
Death
like,
is just
oh
like this
my
impulsive,
gosh.
animalistic monster, you know?
Yeah, basically.
And that Cockney accent really works for it.
Yeah. He I don't know, he's trying to insinuate that, but he yeah, it wasn't
Fucking
any
red
like
coats.
super like high-minded or anything like, oh my gosh, we did this because. It's like, no, it was a simple twist, and it was one that you just probably no one saw coming. Like,
Right,
what,
like I knew
what?
for sure they were gonna work Death in there somehow. I just didn't see it coming the way that it did. I thought what I thought was gonna happen there at the end was what's his name? Saint Germain was gonna succeed in bringing Dracula and his wife back in the perfect being's body, but
Yeah.
because Dracula is like all powerful, like it wouldn't be able to contain him, and then Lisa wouldn't survive when he like burst out of this thing's body, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
so,
and
and
that
so then he was going to go on another murder rampage.
totally it would make sense. And it's like, okay, they're gonna build up for more seasons, even if it's not like these people at
Right,
the helm.
like now Dracula's the enemy again, and he was just like, "Why couldn't you let me stay dead?" or something like
yeah,
that.
so
you know?
yeah,
and-
exactly. That's exactly what I was
and that would have
thinking
made
too.
sense too. But
It
I
would've, and
actually
it
really
would've fit
liked
with the
the
themes of the
ending
show.
Dracula got.
Yeah, I love the ending he got, and it's not an ending I expected from that show at
No,
all. And it's still like,
not
okay,
at all.
yeah, but it was like, you know what, Dracula, you deserve this, man.
And you know, like I love the games, and I love.
Oh no!
how-
Oh no!
Hey, there's
Oh.
Julius.
I thought I had the Joy-Con drift going on my Pro
That's
controller. He just kept walking.
No, Joy-Cons, why? No, I really like how, you know, in the games, Dracula is just pure evil, and he keeps coming back as this nightmare monster.
Mhm.
But in the show, they went a different direction. Like, he's very much, you know, I mean, he was evil, but he's, you know, basically misunderstood and old and tired and, like, ready to be done being evil and, you know, just
Yeah.
either fade away or be with his wife. And then that's the ending he got, and I liked that a lot. It was a very
I feel
different
like
take.
he acted like the demigod he is would, perhaps,
Right.
in,
Like,
a, in
after
a human
living-
world.
After living like countless centuries, you know, you wouldn't have any desire for conquest and domination anymore. You would just want to be at peace, and that's
yeah,
what he got.
and for him, it got twisted. It's like, I just need everyone to die. You
Right,
know?
yeah, because like if he couldn't be at peace with his wife, then nobody gets peace. Apparently.
And I like that he thought he was above humans because he is. Because he's Dracula, you
Right.
know, and yet he found love in someone and truly loved her
Yeah.
and thought that was impossible. And then it was all taken away
Which
from
really
him,
makes
and
the-
he went nuts.
Which really makes the character of Alucard make a lot more sense, because in the video games, the way Alucard came about is, yeah, Dracula did love a human woman, but he was still just fucking pure evil. So God knows what
Yeah.
she was getting out of that relationship.
Yeah, that was just as a concubine, probably, you know.
Right, yeah, but in the anime, like, you know, she straight up fixed him, right?
He's there, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like both of their characters because she also
Yeah.
understood that it's not evil within him, that he does think himself above humans, but he's, for the love of his wife, he's like, okay, I'm gonna try to live like them and
Uh-huh.
see the world through your eyes.
Right.
And she also knew that because he doesn't really have that, like, we're not on equal footing, that he wouldn't think twice about having just his anger consume him and be like, well, I'm just gonna kill these people then.
Right.
Like, so she warned them. She didn't think he was evil, but she warned them, like, this is
Yeah,
what he's gonna do.
you're gonna
This
piss
is-
him off.
This is how he's gonna act, and of course that's how he's gonna act, you know?
He's a fucking vampire. That's what they do.
We can't, you know, how he is, he's not gonna be necessarily tied down by human ethics. So.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, if you like a bunch of cattle, you know, killed your family, you'd probably slaughter those cattle.
Yeah, I think so.
Send them to the beef farm. And that's kind of what he was doing in a weird way.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're not cattle. It's like, well, we're not Dracula, so you have no idea.
Right, yeah.
You know, that's probably the most apt description we have.
Right,
Okay,
yeah, like
fuck
these
guys.
immortal beings like vampires, yeah, they straight up like are so confident in themselves that they would view anything lesser than, you know, immortal, especially think like considering that they straight up eat humans, like even though, you know, cows can show like a lot of intelligence and personality sometimes, we don't think of them as anything but cows. And so yeah, it's interesting. But anyways, the one part of the ending that that I would have changed a little bit, believe it or not, was Trevor surviving his encounter with death. And not because I disliked Trevor. I thought he was an excellent character, and I really liked how by the end of that series he was like rounded out into a legitimate hero. But I mean, like, bringing him back at the end just felt like kind of forcing the happy ending a little bit.
It did.
And you know, don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved Dracula's happy ending, but I think for like the Belmont lineage, I think having Trevor die there would have established a little bit more kind of the Belmont mythos that we know from the Castlevania games. And, you know, it is the hero sacrifice play. Sometimes the hero dies. And that's, I don't know if I would necessarily consider it like they copped out. It almost would have been more cliche to have had him die right there, but, you know, when you're fucking staring down death and you're like activating like some kind of magical nuclear warhead against him, you know, being pulled into the warp zone at the last second is kind of a I don't know. It was the only part that I was lukewarm on. Other than that, I thought season 4 was spot on. I think my favorite scene of the whole thing was actually Isaac versus Camilla. That was just epic.
Me too. That whole thing and that part of it was awesome.
Isaac was weirdly enough probably he ended up being my favorite story arc in that entire series.
Yeah.
Well, like just
the whole thing, me too, start to finish.
Because he started as kind of just, you know, Dracula's right-hand loyal wingman, right? And then he really kind of, and then he sets out for revenge, and he proves that he's like a total badass. And by the end of it, he's just kind of got his own thing going on. I also like the way that when he finally confronted Hector, he like didn't react emotionally and just like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill you. No, like he listened to him, and they actually came to kind of an understanding, even though they found themselves on opposite sides.
Yeah. I liked both of their journeys. I liked Hector's a little more, but Isaac's was definitely interesting because he was more the sycophant.
I was really rooting for Hector by the end of it too, but like there was just something about Isaac, just like his no nonsense, you know, like nothing's gonna stop me from fucking wiping these chuckleheads out, and he just he was a man with a mission, and he followed through. Damn it!
Also, is there any? Oh wait, I can drop through here. Okay, good. I was like, I know there's more to the dance hall. There's a fucking boss I gotta beat here.
I think you can also go up and to the right, but I think this will get you where you need to go too.
This is where story is, down here. That's all I remember. Really?
And really all we're doing in this, besides getting the Claim Soleil, is story.
Yeah.
He's got a long bone.
He's got, that bone is pretty long.
Got a big old bone. Hey, you want to see my giant bone?
I love they just threw the first boss in there.
Yeah, right. Like it was
already
like
you can see the growth. Like,
who would make a golem out of wood?
Oh God.
Ooh, he kicked those rocks like right into your face.
Right?
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh God. I was gonna say someone who doesn't love him. Clearly.
I was like, Max, he's winding up. Run away. He just uppercuts you right into the ceiling.
You know, that makes sense. There's a video I have to show you of me and my friend Norman. I think our friend Armand was there too. At this wrestling event. This is Ring of Honor. It was you know, like local wrestling kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And there was this wrestler called Homicide. And I didn't know this. I guess it's his thing. Is he will like jump out of the ring like into the crowd almost
and attack one of you.
Yeah, well, no, hence the name. No,
hence the name.
It's like when the other wrestler would be out there, and he's
you knew what you paid for.
Yeah, he just like runs out and jumps from the ring and gets him. And so everyone gets out of the way, and there's a video. My friend Norman still has the video of me just. Everyone else leaves, and I'm sitting there drinking my Coke, unaware of what's about to happen. And he totally just like flatlines me. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm just like, "I'm good." Like, I'm good. And I start drinking my Coke again.
You didn't spill your Coke. That's impressive.
It was in a bottle, though.
Oh, okay. What would have been great is
Wrestling
if he just
events.
like stayed in character. You just got homicided.
That would be a fun character arc for him. Damn.
I really feel like that wall should break. Yeah. But no,
Eh,
so
$500
Castlevania, like that is probably my favorite video game adaptation.
Oh my gosh.
Bar none.
Without question. Like, there is no comparison.
Well,
I'm not
like-
saying
like
there's other ones that
prior-
aren't good.
Prior to that, it was actually probably Mortal Kombat from the 90s.
The first, yeah. There wasn't a whole
Because
lot.
video game
Silent Hill wasn't-
adaptations just don't tend to be very good,
No,
and you know
they-
a lot has
they
been
just
said
don't.
about that.
We're gonna see about this Mario movie, but as far as something that one made you think, well, those things don't hurt at all anymore.
Nope.
Thanks, combat fatigues.
But you
But,
know, you take enough of those ones, it's gonna whittle you down.
That's true. But yeah, there's no question. Even if there's other things I enjoy, it's like Castlevania is by and far just a good show.
It was a
It
good
doesn't
show.
need the
Like,
qualifier
it
video
didn't even
game
matter
show.
if you really ever played or enjoyed the video games. I can imagine people who just want like a good animated gothic action horror would really enjoy that.
Yeah. It doesn't need the qualifier video game show, but
No, but
giving
the
it
fact
that
that it
qualifier
is kind of
nice.
makes it more impressive.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and it just makes me happy. Like, say, you know what? We finally got something.
Yeah, we
You know,
finally got
that's
a
just
video
like-
game franchise right on
It's right,
on
exactly.
media.
And it is a little bit like, we deserve this. Like,
Yeah, right?
We've been waiting.
Yeah, and you know, like I enjoy Castlevania so much that out of all of the series that could have been adapted, I'm glad that Castlevania got a good adaptation. That was nice to see.
It really did.
And
It
I
definitely
mean,
did.
I don't know, like the games themselves have never really been super strong in the story. Like even the Igarashi games, like the one that we're playing now, even though they take their stories more seriously, like the main thing that you're here for is not the story. And so like I
That's
feel
true.
like that really worked to their advantage when they adapted it for Netflix, was that they didn't necessarily feel like they had to be bound by anything. Like if you had Dracula and you had the heal yourself.
Yeah.
And you had the Belmonts and you had Alucard somewhere in there, you know, you were going to keep the fans happy, and that was really kind of like the minimum that you needed to call it a Castlevania show.
Yeah.
Right? But the direction they went with it, like I said, was different than what you might expect from the games, and it worked to carve out its own unique identity.
Yeah. And yeah, they kept all of those things, like you said, but they definitely did it a little bit different,
Yeah.
but in a way that made a lot of sense. And some things, like you said, made more sense
Right,
even
yeah.
than the games. Like
Having
Alucard.
Dracula
I like that
legit
story.
turn good worked for the character of Alucard, because you know
Yeah.
he was actually conflicted about what he was doing.
I like that story a lot better than what we have in the games. Not that the games are bad, it's just serviceable.
Right?
It's like,
yeah.
okay, that's enough excuse to go ham on Dracula in this new castle.
And like by the end of that series, you were genuinely convinced that Alucard was a good person. Whereas here in the games, like Dracula being pure evil, if Alucard is basically just not an asshole, of course he's gonna keep fighting Dracula.
Yeah. Oh wait, I was just about
He
to
looked
say
like he was gonna vomit on you, but then he just
Yeah.
punched you.
he tricked me out.
Boy, the axe is so fucking broken. I mean, like, if you
Yeah.
land the axe correctly, like, it just hovers over them and hits them like 5 times. Now he's
Now he's
vomiting. There we go. I knew he puked on you at some point.
Ow! Damn it! Who knew he would do 2 attacks in a row? It's not
Oh,
fair.
unknowable universe. He's gonna puke. He's puking. He's puking.
Going for his enchanted knee.
He's gonna reach at you. I don't remember him being such a damage sponge.
I think he is, but
Of course, I don't really remember him, period. He's such a forgettable boss. Look at
he
him.
is. Oh gosh.
I'm made of rocks.
There we go.
What's scarier than vampires? Rocks. There we go.
Trying to hype up his own legend.
I am the
Oh no, guys! Is it the rock golem gonna kill Soma? Oh. Shut up.
On this exciting 2-part episode of Castlevania. Soma versus his archenemy, the Rock Golem.
You are not my archenemy.
Right.
Ow.
You are barely even a roadblock.
Whoop.
Plugging along in JoJo's Bizarre
Ow.
Adventure, I just
Oh, yeah?
saw where they got the the silver-haired dude to join up with them.
Oh, Polynigriff?
I haven't learned his name yet. He's only been in like 2 episodes, so
Yeah, he's just that weird French guy.
yeah, the French guy with the rock hard American accent. But
You're
he'll occasionally say French things. You're right.
No, that's right. You're watching the dub.
I'm watching
Oh, that's
the dub.
funny. He has an American accent.
Yeah, he's just got a straight American accent, but every once in a while he'll be like, "Hey, we."
You know what? That definitely fits his character, though.
Right?
I couldn't imagine him
Buongiorno.
with a straight French. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Yo,
Italian.
Fucking Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. It's all fucking Europe.
Oh, come
my
on, I hit
God,
L.
Why do you keep falling for that?
I'm not falling for it. I'm just falling for how long it takes for this whip chain to come back to me. I guess the follow through is fucking
He gives
important
you
for
so
Soma.
much wind up. I'm gonna punch you.
Good.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
Look at the wind up on this. I can't. There. Wait. Oh, come on. I tried that. I tried to interrupt myself. I couldn't do it. Also,
You didn't
just
whip
make
cancel?
Sure. You can't whip. You can barely whip cancel.
Barely whip cancel. So
I
along
don't
that
know.
same vein, consequently, like, because I'm a huge fan of Castlevania, but like along with that, I completely could give 2 shits about the overall story as long as the games keep being fun.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would like shit on Lords of Shadow because it like reinvented the series lore. I didn't fucking care. I thought it was a unique spin. Like the
Yeah.
second Lords of Shadow game just played like garbage, which is what I didn't like about that. But the first Lords of Shadow, it was kind of a God of War clone, sure, but it did enough of its own unique thing, and the combat system was, I think, much more involved. And
Oh, yeah.
so I really enjoyed that game, and I kind of liked the twist that the Belmont hero became Dracula. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that all the setup was kind of squandered in the sequel, which
Yeah.
really, like, from what I've seen of it and the very, very little I've actually played of it, it's just not an engaging game, unfortunately. But
Nah.
I was more than willing to excuse the premise of Lords of Shadow because I thought it was kind of like a breath of fresh air after so many consecutive Metroidvanias, which, some of the Metroidvania games were really freaking good, but they were all Metroidvanias. Like they didn't do anything meaningful to push the series forward formulaically.
Yeah. They're at worst they're a guilty pleasure, and I really don't want to say that even of the worst of them, but
Yeah, because
yeah,
I
it's
love
just-
Metroidvania games, but
There's nothing wrong with
a
them.
little variety is never a bad thing.
Yeah, for your franchise, if it's getting a little stale, not bad.
Right.
But if it's just like, hey, they've done this, we know they're really good at it. It was something that was very different. Holy shit, this thing is so short.
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay,
basically like
but
a
2
punch
stabs.
weapon. But like by the time Order of Ecclesia rolled around, like I had played so many Metroidvania games. Like we were basically getting like one every year and a half or so, right?
Because that was a good time, but yeah.
But we got like Harmony of Dissonance, then we got Aria, then we got
Portrait of Ruin. Or Dawn, I
Dawn,
guess.
Dawn
yeah.
of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, then Order of Ecclesia, and that was all from like what 2002 to 2008. Like that
Yeah.
is just about one a year.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, like I said, while it was a good time to be a Metroidvania fan, like even I, who really enjoys these games, was starting to get fatigued, and so much so that like when I was playing Order of Ecclesia, I was thinking, man, this would have fucking blown me away, 5 years ago. But
Yeah.
as
I
it
get
is,
that, and-
it just felt like kind of a standard Castlevania game, even though it just continued to improve and polish the formula.
And like I told you the last time I was playing all those games, I did not beat Portrait of Ruin, and I never played Order of Ecclesia.
Oh, you never
Inner
played Order of
quarters.
Ecclesia. Okay, yeah.
No.
The one thing that I really liked about Order of Ecclesia, and I think the reason that I played it through to the end, even though, like I said, I was kind of fatigued at that point, was it was the only one since Circle of the Moon that I thought gave me any actual difficulty.
Oh, yeah?
Like the combat system in Portrait of Ruin, it is what you would expect. It's still 2D, side-scrolling, you know, MP bar kind of stuff. And she's got kind of a similar mechanic to Soma, but the trick is she's a conjurer, so she doesn't have, like, physical weapons. So every single one of her attacks consumes MP. So you have to ration your attacks and constantly be watching the MP gauge. It basically, instead of like an actual magic meter, it works as kind of like a charge gauge for her attacks. You can keep on attacking, but if you attack on an empty MP meter, you're going to be doing jack shit. So
Gotcha.
you kind of had to balance.
Conserve.
Like, you couldn't just mash the attack button until your enemy was dead.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was cool. It was very cool, as a matter of fact. But like I said, I was... Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah, gotta stop time first.
Stopper. I love this thing, Persephone. It's just like this dainty little maid that starts punching and karate kicking.
Where's
you.
my yokata?
All right. But yeah,
Say
so Portrait, or sorry, not Portrait. Order of Ecclesia was like I feel like a missed opportunity. Like if Portrait of Ruin had never come out and it had been like 3 years between Dawn of Sorrow and that game, I probably would have been like all fucking over it.
Yeah.
But as it is, I played it through and haven't touched it since, and it's sitting on my game shelf.
Wasn't different enough.
No,
well, you know what? That'd be fun if you like go back to it and it's just like, oh, you know what? I can appreciate this more now.
Yeah.
But it just came out at the wrong time.
It really did. I think that's the
What's-his-face?
gravest sin. It was par for the course for Castlevania. Like it's kind of a weird and stupid thing. Like the Castlevania games are so good that simply being a very well executed game wasn't enough anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Isn't that
its
like
own thing was
like,
what was going forward. It was also its problem.
Yeah, it's like the video game equivalent of a first world problem, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just really good. It's not like revolutionary.
So Kojima's Lords of Shadow definitely was had the most action-packed system since Lament and what was the other 3D one? Curse of Darkness.
Oh, fuck Curse of Darkness.
Which I'd say fuck
I
both of those
misspoke.
games.
Not every Castlevania game is gold.
Oh, you've told me that the N64 ones are not that bad, and
no, the
I
N64
have not played
ones
those.
are actual good games. They just aren't Symphony of the Night.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah! Stop throwing axes at my face!
Oh.
Nice dodge. Well done. You may want to slide under him.
That's a good idea.
There you go. Ooh!
All right, one more hit, and I'll use a potion, I guess.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay,
you're
sliding.
No, you're actually good. They don't do as much damage as I thought. You can take like 2 or 3 more.
I can take
before
like
you use
3
the
more
bow.
hits. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, Lizard Man.
Weirdly enough, I remember the lizard not being the worst part of this fight.
He doesn't take as many hits. He just
Jumps around the room,
just
right?
a little bitch.
Just a little bitch. Yeah, he's faster. That's
Drop.
right. He pukes his poison on you.
Ow!
Why don't you come down here
Why?
and try that?
Yeah, seriously.
Soma's just looking up at the ceiling. Come the fuck down here. You may want to axe him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, get over. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Ow!
Ooh.
You little.
Okay,
you little
never
bitch.
mind. Lizard's the worst part of this fight.
Oh God!
Shit.
Oh
Shit.
God! I need more.
It's probably
see.
better when you don't march headlong into his attacks.
Yeah, shut up. All right, I
There
gotta
you go.
jump a little bit.
You know, move around the ring a little bit, Max. Dance with him. Come on. Float like a butterfly.
Why does he
or
have to
something.
be so low? Fucking odd job, motherfucker.
Get low, get low.
All right.
To the
Hey,
window.
whoa! Wait a second.
Oh, well, this changes everything.
This does. Oh, mine's longer than yours,
Oh
man.
shit! The whip sword saves. Wow, kind of feel stupid using that
Seriously.
potion now, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of do. But that's
Max
okay.
is done taking hits, apparently.
Come here, bitch. Come on.
Why is the axe doing so little damage? Because I guess it can't be the perfect weapon, right? That would be no fun. Oh! Your pixels collided there. Yeah!
There you are.
I think technically you could have survived without the potion, but you know, whatever.
Yeah. Am I imagining this? Could you
finally,
get more
a passive
headhunters?
soul.
Yeah, that is actually great for most of the game.
Yeah.
Let's see, and that's just a what do you call it?
Yeah,
one?
yeah. Oh,
Nice.
damn, nice. Just keep collecting souls and getting stronger. That's perfect.
All right.
I mean, eventually you'll
Yeah,
get Black
that's awesome.
Panther and then sayonara to that thing, but
And then, I think
no,
Black
Black Panther's
an R1.
an R1. Yeah, that's right.
Curly.
I don't remember too many of the passive souls.
There was not a whole lot. I think a lot of them are bosses.
Yeah, I'm trying to
But the
remember
best-
like what my payload was in this game, and it's been long enough that I'm not. I know Black Panther like once you get it, because like who the hell isn't gonna use it?
Is that a Charlotte? Who is that? Ow!
Curly.
Oh wow! These army fatigues, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I think I usually go the
Well,
weapon
between
route.
that and the soul you just equipped, Soma's defense is pretty jacked.
Okay, so he got 26 on one, but when he nicked me,
Throw
it was
your
like
fucking
one.
axe.
What's up?
I said, just throw your fucking axe.
Yeah, I should. Okay, which one
The
of these
the
mirrors is
Valkyrie
weird?
there looked almost. I almost wonder if that was a reference to Valkyrie Profile.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play that game, by the way?
No. Ow.
That's a great RPG. And
Is that the like World War One?
No. Valkyrie Profile is it's like the Valhalla one where you like recruit heroes and you can keep them in your party for as long as you want until you're ready to send them to Valhalla to participate in Ragnarok. It's a really unique game. It's a non-linear story and it's really good.
So is it for PS4?
PS1.
What?
Valkyrie Profile.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
sounds
got
familiar.
a
I'm like, yeah,
PSP
that's a
remake.
recent one, right? There's 3 of them. I'm thinking of a totally different game. I think.
No, I think it got a PS2 sequel, but I never played it.
I'm thinking of a PS4 game, dude.
Yeah, no. Valkyrie Profile is PS1/PSP.
Okay, I gotta see what that's about then.
Yeah, you gotta play that. That's that was one of those PS1 gems that is really indicative of that era of gaming. You know.
Yeah. Did you play it like kind of when it was out, or did you?
No,
get into
I played
it a
the
lot
PSP
later?
remake,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
which is almost verbatim the PS1 game. I think there's some light changes and they made it widescreen, but other than that, yeah.
There was some PSP games that were remakes of PS1 games that were fire. Like
Yeah, phenomenal. Like Final Fantasy
There's the
Tactics, the War of the
Tactics.
Lions. Damn, like I
Oh,
prefer
yeah.
that to the original, except for the slowdown in combat. But once you get used to it, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not,
it was
it's not
like the advanced
unforgivable.
games. If the Final Fantasy Advanced games had the speed of the SNES versions, oh gosh,
Oh,
there's
well.
no question they're the definitive version. So I
Right.
guess now the PC versions are the definitive version.
Well, unless you want all the extra content at the end, you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, they don't
you know,
do
the
that,
pixel
huh?
remasters, I think people misunderstand what Square Enix was going for.
What they're trying to
I know I
do.
sound like an apologist here, but like really what Square Enix wanted to do with these games is basically preserve their original. They're almost like museum pieces. They're meant to
Yeah.
be preserved verbatim in their original form, but enjoyable to a modern audience, right?
I think
so,
yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you were born in 2005, but you want to see what the NES Final Fantasies were all about, well, instead of getting an NES and importing the game and finding a way to translate it and everything, and dealing with all of like the brokenness of the NES system, here is the exact same game, only we touched it up enough to make it playable in 2021.
Yeah, and I get that where it's not about like let's make the best version of this. It's like here's
Right.
what we had.
Oh,
This was our
go left
original
there. I think
vision.
it was a sword. Oh, never mind.
Well, Oh, there we go.
Oh,
that was easy.
hey.
I thought I had to go somewhere crazy.
I think
to
there
get
is a
that.
sword over there, though.
Yeah.
The Hrunting,
Ooh,
yes.
Poison a Hrunting.
Hrunting.
This isn't as good, but it's
Beowulf
pretty
sword.
good if I remember. Oops.
It's a good sword. I used this for a large portion of the middle part of the
shit.
game.
Oh,
the
fuck.
attack is huge and it poisons enemies. It is.
That's a great sword.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
looks hella
okay.
cool too.
It's all coming back to me.
Yeah, the Hrunting is kind of like the Alucard sword in Symphony a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was always
Definitely.
surprised too that they gave it to you like at this point in the game because you can
Right.
you can keep this equipped almost until you get the claim.
Yeah, the Hrunting's pretty good.
It
and
stays
yeah, we're,
really
we're
good
not
because
quite
even when
halfway through.
even when it gets outclassed in damage, like I think the weapons that get the greater attack don't have the speed or the reach.
No, the reach is not the best, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not
and
as good as the
it's
whip
one
sword,
of these,
but it's good.
You know, yeah,
Get your ass to a save point.
definitely one of these guys. Oh yeah, we could do the triple thing
Oh yeah.
if I can master it.
Hoo, hoo.
There we go.
There it is.
Jump in on someone.
coming back to
Not
you.
when they're on stairs. No fair.
Again,
Okay, you
not
know
a
what?
problem when
Let's
you
see.
get the fucking claim Soleil. It's just-
Seriously. All right, I gotta explore my
everything
options.
becomes meaningless at that point.
Let's actually. Well, the Durga's still gonna be right in front of me. That's
Durga,
not.
Durga.
Yeah, that's right in front of me. That's not that great.
No. Maybe
Alright,
the
let's try one
bone?
more.
Throw some bones. Give her the old bone, Max.
Student witch. Oh, evil butcher. Oh, that's gonna be the same freaking thing.
Yeah, I know there's so many weapons in this game that are just
Sticky. Ooh,
throw an attack right out in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, all the up attack ones.
Which
are
is
that.
why I like the Tiny Devil so much, because it actually travels diagonally. It's very helpful.
Yeah.
If, you know, the Tiny Devils in your game would actually give up their fucking souls. Damn, that sword.
Ow. Come here.
What the fuck is this thing supposed to do?
They're supposed to attack it, but the Valkyrie is such a
Bitch.
yeah. All right, let's see. One more. We're gonna stick with student witch no matter what.
Cool. Releases a lethal cat.
Yup.
That's a great description. Releases a lethal cat.
Well,
This
there's my
cat's like
second.
super agitated at shit. Is there a save point close by? Because your health is. I'm worried about you, man. gotta quit
There
smoking.
is. There is, but let's keep going. I'm ride or die.
Let's
Go, my kitty.
unnecessarily put ourselves in harm's way. Give her the cat.
Give her the cat.
Give her the cat. Oh no! Oh no! You're gonna die.
Oh, it's okay.
You're gonna
Oh,
die.
God.
Fucking hell!
Let's see. Where's my rotten meat? A slab of rotting beef.
Oh
Maybe
god,
not.
is that? I think that'll heal you.
Yeah,
Eat
it
the
will.
melon.
Wait, where's my high potion? Oh, that's
Yeah, you
that's
used the
what
high
I
potion in that
used.
boss fight.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
thank God. Good
Oh
job,
man, I
Melon.
could have sold that melon to Hammer. I'm sure. He
And
would
now
have
you're
been...
gonna stop getting hit, and you're gonna get right to the save. No, never mind. You'd be dead. You
What
would
are
be very dead.
Who are you talking to?
I think that's a save point to your left, but you would still be very dead.
Probably. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd be dead.
Nope, not a save point either. so-
It's coming. Oh my god, love this thing. What? One hit? Seriously?
I love pussy cats.
Wow.
Wow. You just went out and said it there, didn't you? Iron plate.
Well, hold on.
That can't be better than the fatigues, can it?
It is. Well,
Oh,
the
it's a
defense
hell of
is
a lot
nuts.
better defensively. Damn.
Strength goes down a little bit.
I would say that's
Let's
worth.
fucking do it. Let's
Yeah.
do
As many hits as you're taking right now, too.
it. Shut up.
Shut up.
Where's? Come on. Come on.
Come on, hit me. Hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me. That's how Max gets himself psyched up for the day. Every morning he just stands in front of the mirror. Hit me.
Hit
me, come on. Hit me.
All right, one more
Does
time.
his best
Ow.
does his best Heath Ledger. Hit me.
R.I.P. Ooh, man, I am speeding through the levels
Dude.
now.
Do you want to like just a minor mind fuck right now?
Sure, what's up?
The Dark Knight is 13 years old.
Jeez.
That's
not-
to me
that's not even Batman Begins.
that is a modern superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like that's how I think of that film. Like I don't think of it
like,
as like it was revolutionary for its time. I think like that just came out and it's still lighting the world on fire. But no, it is now like older than the Michael Keaton Batman movies were when we were growing up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it kind of ushered in the modern superhero movies.
Did you activate that teleport, by the way?
Yeah, the teleport. I could go to a safe point.
Okay,
with that, I'm sure.
Well, I was gonna say, is all you have to do just go into the room, or do you? Okay, yeah, no, you're good. Never mind, you're good.
Yeah. I don't have to teleport.
You don't actually have to teleport with it
to activate it forever.
Which is what you had to do in Symphony, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
I think you actually had to teleport with them before they would count.
Ugh. Wow, these guys don't get a chance to attack now.
I think there's a save point over
there.
There's gotta be a save point.
Yeah, I'm sure right here.
Nope,
oh, come on.
I'm wrong.
How do you like that, huh? There we go.
Those witches have some tiggle bitties. I mean, am I wrong? They're like bouncing on their broomsticks.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Wasn't paying attention.
Probably. Oh, second best song in the game, only behind Clock Tower.
Clock Tower.
Too bad I'm only in here for a second.
Dude, there is a fucking game that deserves its 2021 remake or
seriously
relaunch or whatever they call them, rebirth, remaster.
Clock Tower.
Yeah.
So does
Reboot.
Capcom absorbed Human, right?
Yeah, but I don't even care who makes it. Like, just hand it over to an indie studio that actually loves the franchise.
Oh yeah, that actually likes the game. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like, because I think what Capcom would do is what they tried to do in the early 2000s and kind of like marry it to a more action-oriented franchise. When what it really should be is like an Outlast game.
Yeah.
It should not be about, beating the bad guy.
Yeah. And yeah, Clock Tower 3, lest we repeat that sad story again.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. An indie developer, someone who actually either likes those kind of games or specifically liked Clock Tower would be preferable.
Right.
Who really wants to do it justice.
Yeah. Well, like, you and I have talked about Remothered on this channel, and that to me is still one of the fucking saddest things that I've ever seen happen to a game, because that was looking so freaking good when it was a, sprite-based side-scroller. That was just a much more atmospheric and like in-depth look at the original Clock Tower game, but instead they had to, put it in development hell forever and then try to remake it as a not very good-looking 3D game, and then just decide, no, we have other ideas, so we're going to make our own unique story. And it's like,
yeah.
Whoa.
And now it's pretty much what did Acquiring Human get them? Like, seriously, they tried and now they do nothing with it.
Yep.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they sold the license to THQ Nordic or something.
Yeah,
they're buying everything these days.
Yeah, and for all I know, I've never actually played it. Remothered could be a perfectly fine game. I know it was at least good enough to get a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's Remothered something, and then there's like Remothered Tormented Fathers or something like that. And like,
okay.
It's a two-part. It's a two-part
the remothering.
Series. So it's definitely got its own unique fan base and has spun off into its own thing. But I basically could never forgive it because I just wanted the Clock Tower remake.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, how could you? That's
right. So it's kind of like Dead in the Cradle for me. It could have been like the best game of the year. I'd still be pissed that it wasn't Clock Tower.
And it probably wasn't that.
No, but I mean, like I said, it was at least good enough that they warranted a sequel out of it. So
yeah, you just can't judge it by its actual merits anymore.
I can't. Yeah, like I'm incapable of doing that. I admit that's like my fault as a consumer. Like I'm so caught up in what it could have been. It's kind of like people that I openly criticize for being mad at like Cyberpunk. Like, oh, what a shitty game. It's not everything that it was promised to be at E3. It was still a fucking fun RPG, and if you played it on PC, which is clearly the target platform, then the glitches aren't that bad. Like, no worse than any Bethesda game.
Yeah, it's getting better.
And they're still dead set on improving it and giving bunch of free DLC. So I'm more than happy with my purchase of that game. But I think it's because I wasn't invested in what it could have been. Like, I was just happy to play what it was, as opposed to Remothered, where I'm like, no, fuck you. You have the gall to take one of my favorite childhood memories for some twisted reason and not be exactly that. How could you?
I get it. It's what do you call it?
And it's fucking hilarious that Clock Tower is a treasured childhood memory now. Isn't that fucking weird?
But it is. It totally is.
But, you know, I feel like that era of, you know, childhood is gone. Not just like for you and me it's gone, but like parents have so much control, and I know this as a parent, you have so much control over what your kid is exposed to. Like, I know without question that my 7-year-old isn't going to do what I did at age 7 and stay up until my parents go to sleep, turn on the TV and watch the Friday the 13th movies and scare the shit out of himself. You know?
I kind of, like, I get that, and yes, that's, I don't know.
And like, on the one hand, great, because he won't be exposed to violent content at a young age. But at the same time, there's part of me that's like, well, I turned out TV.
I get it. And it's also just like, that was still fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we probably did give ourselves, like, not even knowing it, giving ourselves, like, the fears that irrational fears that haunts us to this day.
Or at the very least, we're, like, horribly desensitized to graphic violence because we got used to it at a young age or something.
Thank God for that.
But at the same time, though, like, I'm also, even though, like, I acknowledge that sort of made me into the individual that I am today, and it's not a bad thing, I'm not about to openly let my kid watch R-rated 80s slasher flicks either. So, you know. But, like, if he finds a way to do it behind my back, I'm not going to get super upset either.
I get you.
He's going to be a kid, you know? And that's okay.
I'm going to go to the teleport room.
Well, in a weird way, too, I almost kind of feel like, you know, horror in the 80s and early 90s was it didn't take itself super seriously. You know, there was always kind of that tongue-in-cheek nature of it, as opposed to, like, gore horror today, which is just dark and violent for the sake of being dark and violent. You know, there's no mirth to be found in there in a lot of modern horror movies, and that works for a certain genre. But, like, you know, the 80s slasher genre is by and large a relic of the past.
It's kind of like,
you know, you're not going to get Jigsaw cracking, you know, murder puns in the middle of killing people.
No, definitely not. And it's like when you go to the theater to see something, it's different from the movie. It's going to be a little bit like, you know, in a play they can interact with the audience. Right. It's like it's a little bit more, you know, you're actually seeing something live, and
cool
people, like, they're in on it. Yeah, what did that do?
Everything but the fucking tiny devil is what you're getting. Anyway, go on.
And it's, I don't know, it's like winking at you or something a little bit. That it's just like, we know you like this. You're trying to get in tune with something it gets your heart racing, it gets you excited, and it's freaky and weird. And we're here for you to deliver that and have some fun along the way. The
other great thing about those, you know, 80s and 90s horror movies was, like, they, whether intentionally or unintentionally, they were really only scary the first time you watched them. And after that, it's all about, like, picking apart, like, the cheesy special effects and being like, oh, this girl is so stupid. Why is she wandering into the hospital? And you know,
for sure.
It is. It's that campy kind of fun. Whereas, like, you know, you're not going to rewatch The Human Centipede and have any fun.
No, never. It's just horrible.
It's meant to challenge your moral fiber and disturb you. Like, that is the purpose of which it was written. Whereas the Freddy Krueger movies were written for thrills, you know?
Yeah, exactly, for thrills.
Yeah.
Part of that's fun, and part of that's
it's like a roller coaster. It's terrifying, but you're having fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I think this is about the end of the episode.
I can walk on water.
That's right. You can walk on water.
Fucking water.
Next save point is the end of the episode. So go ahead and walk on the water.
I mean, it's kind of like I'm Jesus.
Kinda. Not just kinda. But yeah, so that's kind of my perspective on that. Like I said, the problem isn't so much with, Connor wanting to expand his horizons and, watch new movies that are kind of, sort of verboten, that kind of thing. It's that basically like the kind of horror that he would be able to look up on Netflix or something would be stuff that, I might not even want to see. And so I'm definitely gonna let my kids see it.
It's and I wonder how much of that, and I can't imagine I believe this even, but I'm like playing devil's advocate a little bit, where it's like, how much of that is our parents were thinking that too?
Yeah, probably.
Like, oh, you know what? I watched horror movies.
Right.
Like, but now they got this Freddy Krueger stuff where they're laughing while they're disemboweling.
Yeah,
like,
right.
That's
crazy. That's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the good old Alfred Hitchcock days, where all the scary stuff happened off screen? Yeah.
I wonder how much of that is like an effect. And at the same time, I see myself being like, no, these are like literal gore fests, and they're gonna scar a kid who watches it.
Yeah, it's a different brand of horror. One that, like I said, is not meant for cheap thrills. It's meant to disturb you. And I guess like if my kid is watching like an action flick or a slasher flick, I want him to be thrilled and not disturbed. Like he's 7, he doesn't need to be disturbed.
Yeah, exactly. He's already going to public school, so
yeah. Actually, he's not, but that's all right.
Oh, awesome.
But that actually wasn't a choice. Like, oh, we need to keep him away from the rabble. It was more like we like the curriculum of this place, and we want him to be a part of it.
I get that.
The weirdly enough, and again, this is just like my personal parenting style, but what I liked most about it was that they don't introduce them to like an iPad or a computer for their schoolwork until the 3rd grade.
That's I like that too. Honestly, I feel like that stuff really, if we were introduced to that, we would all have ADD, I feel like.
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I could be wrong, because like I feel like I definitely expose him to technology. The kid knows how to work a computer and an iPad.
Yeah.
But like as far as his like
different.
schoolwork goes, I'd like him to get the basics down without the assistance of a tablet before. And like I know the way that he interacts with tablets. Like once you get him on it, it's hard for him to put it down. So yeah.
Yeah.
Parenting parenting stuff aside, this is
this is
the Soma
Symphony
dance.
of the Night 2, everyone. Yeah.
We'll see you in
feeling it.
5 minutes for some Metroid.
All right, man. See you there. 2 Metroidvanias.
Indeed.
One Metroid.
One Metroid and one Vania.
Yeah, that's true. There we go.
See you next time.
We'll see you then.